Did you know Charlie Chaplin had a secret child? Or did you know Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor had a secret affair? He is the 50th weird facts about old Hollywood actors you were never told or hidden from you. Fred Astaire's unlikely skateboarding passion. Fred Astaire, universally known for his smooth dance moves and impeccable style, was also a skateboarder. Yes, you read that right. At an age when most people are thinking about retirement, Fred picked up the sport in his 70s. He loved it so much that he became a lifetime member of the National Skateboarding Society. But his passion for movement didn't start there. Astaire began his dance journey because of his older sister. She took dance lessons, and rather than being left behind, young Fred was sent along. Little did his mother know that this would lead him to become the most iconic dancer in Hollywood history. Katharine Hepburn's Oscar style. Katharine Hepburn, one of the most beloved actresses in Hollywood, won 4 Academy Awards during her career. But what's even more surprising is that she only attended the Oscars once. In 1974, she came straight from her garden, wearing her gardening clothes, to present an award. She was never one to care much about Hollywood's glamorous traditions, showing her independence and down-to-earth personality. Judy Garland's Rose of Remembrance. When you think of Judy Garland, you probably picture her as the charming Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. But did you know that she has her own rose varietal? The Garland Rose was named in her honor, and it's planted outside her crypt as a lasting tribute. The rose's vibrant, soft petals symbolize the beauty and resilience of the star, whose life was as colorful as the rainbow in Oz. Loretta Young's Secret Daughter. Loretta Young, one of Hollywood's biggest stars of the 1930s and 1940s, had a secret affair with Clark Gable, the king of Hollywood, which resulted in her becoming pregnant. In an effort to protect both her career and Gable's public image, Young kept the pregnancy and the identity of the father a secret. She gave birth to a daughter, whom she raised privately and away from the public eye. For years, the truth about the child's paternity was hidden, and Young never publicly acknowledged her affair with Gable. The story remained a closely guarded secret until many years later, when it was revealed that Gable was the father. The affair and its secrecy remained one of Hollywood's most enduring and scandalous untold stories. Cary Grant's Christmas tradition with Clark Gable. Cary Grant and Clark Gable, 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars, had an interesting holiday tradition. Every Christmas, Grant would call Gable and ask, "Did you get any monogrammed stuff you don't want?" If Gable said yes, Grant would rush over, and they'd exchange gifts with their initials on them. It's a quirky story that shows the camaraderie between 2 legends who weren't just famous co-stars but friends who shared an unexpected love for personalized gifts. Charlie Chaplin's Unknown Child. Charlie Chaplin, the beloved silent film star known for his charming on-screen persona, had a secret and scandalous affair with an actress named Joan Barry. Despite being married at the time, Chaplin's relationship with Barry led to a highly publicized paternity trial when Barry claimed he was the father of her child. Chaplin vehemently denied the accusations, but a DNA test later confirmed that he was indeed the father. The trial and its aftermath became a media sensation, revealing a hidden chapter of Chaplin's personal life that contradicted the image of the wholesome, comedic figure the public adored. The scandal was a significant moment in Chaplin's later years, highlighting the tension between his private struggles and his public image. Humphrey Bogart's Unexpected Secret Code. Humphrey Bogart's passion for chess went beyond just a hobby. During World War II, he played correspondence chess with soldiers stationed overseas. But the FBI got involved when they mistakenly thought his chess notations were part of a secret code. A game of chess, once thought of as a gentleman's pastime, became a national security concern. It's a fascinating and humorous testament to the intense scrutiny of Hollywood's elite during wartime. Ingrid Bergman's affair with Roberto Rossellini. Ingrid Bergman's affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini caused a massive scandal in Hollywood during the 1940s. The two became romantically involved while they were both still married to other people, a fact that shocked the public and led to widespread outrage. At the time, Hollywood's moral standards were strict, and Bergman's affair was considered highly controversial. She was labeled immoral by many, and her reputation took a severe hit, with some American fans even shunning her. The backlash was so intense that it led to her being banned from making films in the U.S. for several years. Despite the scandal, Bergman continued her career in Europe and later went on to become one of the most respected actresses of her time. However, the affair with Rossellini forever changed her public image and marked one of the most controversial chapters of her life. Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford, lovers of Italian cuisine. Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford, two of the most beloved stars of the silent era, are credited with bringing the classic Italian dish Alfredo to America. While on their honeymoon in Italy, the couple asked an Italian chef for the recipe for the creamy pasta after the chef shared that he invented it for his pregnant wife. Their discovery of this dish forever changed the American food landscape and made fettuccine Alfredo a staple in Italian-American cuisine. Elizabeth Taylor's unbelievable eyelashes. There are many things that made Elizabeth Taylor stand out. Her violet eyes, her incredible acting career, and her tumultuous love life. But one of her most unique features was her rare genetic mutation known as distichiasis, which caused her to have 2 rows of eyelashes. This unusual trait made her even more captivating on screen, adding to her allure that would go on to define an era of Hollywood glamour. Louis Armstrong's devotion to his trumpet. Louis Armstrong's talent on the trumpet is legendary, but few know about the physical toll the instrument took on him. Armstrong had calluses on his lips from years of playing the trumpet so much that he had to remove them himself with a razor blade. This dedication to his craft, even at the cost of personal discomfort, shows just how far Armstrong was willing to go to perfect his artistry and remain a star. Billie Holiday's unlikely babysitting job. Billie Holiday, whose voice captivated millions, had an unexpected connection with the comedian Billy Crystal. Before she became an iconic jazz singer, Holiday babysat for Crystal. It's a fun, unexpected story of a childhood link between 2 celebrities from very different worlds, but it shows how interconnected the worlds of show business can be, even at their most surprising intersections. James Cagney and the dangerous movie sets. James Cagney, known for his tough guy roles, was involved in a very dangerous incident while filming. In one movie, live ammunition was used, which was common at the time. But during the filming of Taxi, Cagney was almost shot by a bullet that deflected off a steel window. He was so scared by this close call that he refused to use live ammo in films after that, making it safer for future film productions. Frank Sinatra's amazing survival story. When Frank Sinatra was born, the doctors thought he was dead. They left him on the table and went to care for his mother. But Sinatra's grandmother didn't give up. She picked him up, ran him under cold water, and slapped his back. That's when Sinatra started breathing, and this moment probably saved his life. His miraculous birth story shows just how strong and determined he was from the very start. Doris Day's real birth year. Doris Day, the famous actress and singer, always thought she was born in 1924. But on her 95th birthday, the Associated Press found her birth certificate, which revealed that she was born in 1924, actually born in 1922. This discovery surprised her, and it became a funny moment in her life, showing that sometimes even the biggest stars don't know all the details about their own lives. Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte's theater ticket trick. Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte were both young men trying to make it in New York. Since they didn't have enough money to buy separate theater tickets, they came up with a clever plan. They would share one ticket, and during intermission, they would swap places so each could see the full play. It was a clever way to save money, and it shows the bond they shared as they worked hard to reach stardom. Bing Crosby and White Christmas. Bing Crosby's famous song White Christmas is loved by millions every holiday season. But here's an interesting fact. The original recording of the song was played so many times that it started to wear out. Crosby had to re-record the song because the original recording had been pressed into records too many times. Now, White Christmas is one of the best-selling songs of all time. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice casting surprise. Tim Burton, the director of Beetlejuice, initially wanted Sammy Davis Jr. for the role of the mischievous ghost, Beetlejuice. However, when Michael Keaton auditioned, Burton was so impressed by his improvisational skills that he gave him the part instead. Keaton's performance in the role became iconic, and Beetlejuice became a huge hit thanks to the casting decision that Burton didn't expect. Elizabeth Taylor's secret affair with Michael Jackson. Elizabeth Taylor, known for her 8 marriages and high-profile love life, shared an unexpected and close friendship with pop star Michael Jackson. Their bond began in the 1980s when they were often seen together, and their friendship quickly captured public attention. Both Taylor and Jackson were major figures in the entertainment world, with Taylor being a legendary actress and Jackson the king of pop. Speculation about a possible romantic relationship between the two was rampant, but both denied any romantic involvement, insisting that they were just close friends. Their connection was built on mutual respect and admiration, with Taylor even supporting Jackson during his legal troubles. Their unusual friendship remains one of the most intriguing Hollywood pairings in history. Clark Gable's fear of baldness. Clark Gable, often referred to as the King of Hollywood, was known for his rugged charm and iconic good looks. However, despite being one of the most handsome men in cinema, Gable had a secret fear of losing his hair. As he aged, he began to experience hair thinning, which made him self-conscious about his appearance. To cover up any bald spots, Gable wore a wig in many of his later films. This lesser-known fact about Hollywood legend proves that even the most famous and admired stars had insecurities, just like anyone else. His fear of baldness shows that behind the camera's glamour, even Gable faced personal challenges. Grace Kelly's photography hobby. Grace Kelly, the beautiful actress who became a princess, had a hidden talent. She loved photography. Even after she became Princess of Monaco, she would often take photos of her family and the world around her. It's a lesser-known fact about her that shows her creative side beyond acting and royal life. Ingrid Bergman's piano skills. Ingrid Bergman, the famous actress known for her roles in films like Casablanca, was also a talented pianist. She loved playing the piano in her free time and often played for friends and family. This musical talent added to her already impressive list of skills, showing that she had a passion for the arts beyond acting. James Stewart's World War II service. James Stewart, known for his roles in classic films like It's a Wonderful Life, served as a bomber pilot in World War II. He flew 20 combat missions over Europe during the war. His bravery and service to his country were just as remarkable as his acting career, proving that Stewart was not only a great actor, but also a true hero. Marilyn Monroe's lost letters. Marilyn Monroe was known for her love letters, but many of her personal letters were destroyed after her death. Her friend and confidant, Lee Strasberg, was said to have burned them, making Monroe's most intimate thoughts and relationships forever a mystery. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford's famous feud. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford's rivalry is legendary, but their feud became even more infamous during the filming of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Both actresses, known for their strong personalities, openly clashed on set, adding fuel to the fire of Hollywood's most famous feud. Marlene Dietrich's undercover work in World War II. Marlene Dietrich, known for her glamorous roles, was also a spy for the Allies during World War II. She performed for the U.S. troops and secretly provided information about Nazi activities to the American government, all while maintaining her iconic, larger-than-life persona. Gary Cooper's hidden romance. Gary Cooper, the dashing leading man, had a secret romantic relationship with the much younger Grace Kelly. They met in the 1950s, and although the affair was brief, it was one of Hollywood's best-kept secrets until years later. Rock Hudson's hidden sexuality. Rock Hudson, one of the most popular leading men in Hollywood, kept his homosexuality a secret for much of his career. His private life was fiercely protected, and it wasn't until his death from AIDS in 1985 that the public learned the truth about his sexuality. Humphrey Bogart's dark side. While Humphrey Bogart was beloved for his tough guy roles in films like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, his off-screen life revealed a darker, more volatile side. Known for his quick wit and charm, Bogart had a reputation for being prone to anger, and was reportedly involved in several physical altercations, both with men and women. His temper would often get the best of him, particularly after drinking, leading to violent outbursts that shocked those around him. This side of Bogart, often overshadowed by his on-screen persona, showed that beneath the smooth, stoic exterior of Hollywood's iconic tough guy, there was a man struggling with personal demons and a quick temper. Gene Kelly's complicated marriage. Gene Kelly had a tumultuous relationship with his first wife, Betsy Blair. The couple divorced in 1957 after years of emotional strain, in part because of Kelly's overbearing personality and his struggles with balancing fame and family life. Jean Harlow's mysterious death. Jean Harlow's death at the age of 26 has always been surrounded by mystery. While it was officially attributed to kidney failure, there were rumors of foul play, particularly because she had been in poor health for some time before her passing. Mae West's controversial sexuality. Mae West, renowned for her bold, risque humor and mastery of double entendre, became one of the most famous figures of old Hollywood. Known for pushing boundaries with her suggestive dialogue and playful sexuality, she captivated audiences with her unapologetic persona. However, beneath the public image, rumors of her bisexuality swirled around Hollywood. West was known to have had relationships with both men and women, though she kept this part of her life private, choosing not to publicly acknowledge it. At the time, maintaining a secretive personal life was often necessary to protect a career in Hollywood, especially for women who were already seen as controversial. West's ability to navigate both her personal desires and the constraints of the era further cemented her as a pioneering figure in entertainment. Judy Garland's prescription drug addiction. Judy Garland, the beloved star of The Wizard of Oz, struggled with severe drug addiction. She was prescribed barbiturates and amphetamines by doctors to help her cope with the demands of her career, leading to a lifelong struggle with addiction that ultimately contributed to her premature death. Audrey Hepburn's secret role in World War II. Audrey Hepburn, the epitome of elegance and charm, led a life far beyond the glamorous roles she became known for in Hollywood. During World War II, as a young girl living in Nazi-occupied Netherlands, Hepburn was secretly involved in the Dutch resistance. She assisted by delivering secret messages and participated in underground fundraisers to support the war effort. Her involvement in these dangerous activities was kept hidden for many years, as it was a time of great risk. Hepburn later shared these details, revealing her bravery and resilience during a period of unimaginable hardship. This lesser-known chapter of her life highlights her courage and commitment to fighting for freedom, showing that she was not just a screen icon, but also a real-life hero. Robert Mitchum's jail time. Robert Mitchum, the iconic tough guy of the 1940s, was arrested for marijuana possession in 1948 and spent 60 days in jail. The scandal almost derailed his career, but he bounced back and continued to appear in successful films, becoming a Hollywood legend. Katharine Hepburn's rebellious youth. Before becoming a Hollywood icon, Katharine Hepburn was known for her rebellious streak. She was a tomboy growing up, loved sports, and even got kicked out of a prestigious boarding school for her defiant attitude. This independent nature continued throughout her career and life. Hepburn famously refused to conform to Hollywood's expectations, especially when it came to her public image. Unlike many actresses of her time, she often wore pants in public, a bold move that shocked many people in an era when women were expected to wear dresses at all times. Hepburn was also notoriously private and fiercely protective of her personal life. She had a long-term, secret relationship with Spencer Tracy, who was married, but they never publicly acknowledged it due to his personal circumstances and the constraints of Hollywood's morality clauses. Her defiance against industry norms and her unwillingness to be controlled by the studio system made her one of the most unique and controversial stars in film history. Cary Grant's drug addiction. Cary Grant, the epitome of charm and sophistication on screen, faced a more troubled personal life than many knew. Throughout much of his life, he struggled with drug addiction, particularly with LSD. In the 1950s, Grant turned to the hallucinogenic drug in an attempt to cope with personal issues and overcome emotional struggles. He openly admitted to his use of LSD, acknowledging that it helped him confront his deep-rooted fears and insecurities. Despite the challenges, Grant eventually overcame his addiction and continued to enjoy a successful career in Hollywood, maintaining his status as one of the most beloved actors in cinema history. His openness about his drug use and recovery later in life shed light on the complex, sometimes difficult life behind the glamorous image. James Dean's eerie car. James Dean, the actor who became a symbol of teenage angst and rebellion with films like Rebel Without a Cause, had a strange and somewhat eerie connection to the car he died in. The car, a Porsche 550 Spider, was called Little Bastard by Dean. Not only did Dean crash and die in the car at just 24 years old, but the car itself was said to have been cursed. The car was involved in several accidents even after Dean's death, and many of its parts were sold or used in other vehicles that were later involved in crashes. This dark connection between Dean and his car led to a long-standing myth that the Porsche was haunted or cursed. And there you have it. 50 weird, unknown, and even controversial facts about some of old Hollywood's most iconic stars. From secret affairs and hidden talents to surprising struggles and personal revelations, these stories show that even the biggest names in cinema had lives full of twists and turns beyond what we saw on screen. Hollywood's golden age wasn't all glitz and glamour, and these fascinating tidbits remind us that the stars we admire were just as human as the rest of us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden lives of your favorite Hollywood legends, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Thanks for watching.